Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Mitch Ghen, and I am an ambassador for the Joseph P. Cory Foundation, and it's my privilege to talk to you this evening. And our very first subject will be about the framing of the health care, the way it's delivered today. And I believe what we need is a new construction of health care, because the way we have it today, just not working. Now, our health care currently is built upon the idea that if something occurs, then we're going to do something about it. And that works in the case of an acute situation. For example, you have a car accident. We have the finest network in the world of physicians here in the United States to improve that. But what do we do about the chronic diseases that basically plague 75% of every single man, woman, and child in the United States? What are we doing that's any different, that really is making a difference for high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, and cancer? And the answer is not the right way. If we look back, for example, at Ames' work from UCLA, Ames made it pretty clear. And he said that basically at age somewhere between 18 and 32, we're basically the healthiest we're ever going to be. But then something goes wrong. And by the time we're 40, we're 400 times more likely to have a disease than we did in the younger years. And by the time we are 60, we're 1,000 times more likely to have a disease. And by the time we're 80, we're 2,500 times more likely. It goes hand in hand with the work of Gompertz. Gompertz was a Jewish physician in England that they wouldn't allow to go to college because of his religion, but yet they named a specific mathematical equation after him, because his equation told us thus: as you get older, every year you're getting older, the more likely you are to die, because there are both external and internal causes within our bodies that are acting against us. Outside forces, like Ames said, we have a lack of capability of maintaining our network, our cellular network. And so, according to Gompertz, every 9 years, everyone in this room, whatever your chances were to die today, whether it's 1 out of 1,000, it doubles in 9 years, it's 1 out of 500. In 9 more years, it's 1 out of 250. And hence, our model of medicine does nothing to either blunt that curve or fix the nature of what's happening according to Ames and why we have more diseases as we get older. So I have to reframe this. I have to offer something tonight that makes sense. And the way to make sense of this is that we're not looking at this all correct at all. And I can't use the word preventative, because in preventative medicine, in the Western modern definition, it's typically, oh, we'll give you a vaccine and you know all the problems of vaccines, and that's not the topic for tonight, but for another time. So I offer something different. I offer that everyone in this room is a conglomerate of Biology 101. Biology 101 basically says that you're 100 to 200 trillion cells, and that 100 to 200 trillion cells work together to make what I see, how you think, what you do, and when the cells go bad, the system then will fail. So to offer a new model is to offer a model of how do we get a functional cell-to-cell model where our focus instead is on when the system breaks to fix it. And everyone in this room who basically does any mechanical work, whether it's air conditioning or it's woodwork or anything, you try to make the product as perfectly fitting to begin with, and when it isn't, we sand it down, we refinish it, we do what it takes to make it as it was when it was youthful. Why are we not doing the same in our complex 868 trillion per second model, which we call the human being? 868 trillion chemical reactions per second. So if we start to look at our model now differently, meaning that what can we do to make our cells work together coordinate, be healthy, the environment in which the cells live to be happy and healthy, and the communication. And that communication involves things such as neurotransmitters, chemicals, hormones, light. Light itself is what we talk through, electrical current. And now we even know something called gasotransmitters, actual gas that's made by the human body. There are 3 gases, that's right. Gases like nitric oxide, which preserve our arteries. Hydrogen sulfide, the gas that gives that smell, you know, to that gas that comes out the wrong end. And also carbon monoxide. And these gases are poisons. In large amounts, they will kill a human being. But not having any, also a problem too. So our model tonight to begin with is to be able to look at a new way of thinking, a functional way of thinking, not just, oh, it looks good. Anyone in this room that does any type of work, mechanical work, doesn't say it just looks good, it has to function. The building can look good, but we need lights, we need the bathrooms to work, we need the floors to be proper. Isn't it the same, or shouldn't it be the same in the human being? So our new model is basically, how do we develop that? And our development of that is through certain studies, through certain tests that functionally can tell us whether or not our cells are healthy. They are the basic of all our life. So when our cells are healthy, we are healthy. When we look at the chemistry of the human body and it is where it should be as it was when we were youthful, then we are healthy. Can we always get back to youth? No. But is our strive, is our struggle, should our plight be to stop a particular problem? For example, should we just bring down blood pressure or bring down blood sugar? Or should it be, well, 20, 30 years ago, there was no problem? Should we try to reapproximate the way the arteries worked when we were youthful? Wouldn't that make sense at the end of the day? That's what we're here to teach. How do we get ourselves to remain, become, and act and stay in a youthful state? Let's think about it. A cell should be able to divide on and on and on again with no problem. Something goes wrong. What happened to that adaptability? Why can't we? Is it because of what we breathe, what we put on our skin, what we put in our hair, what we eat? The answer, of course, to all of that is yes. Can we now reframe our thinking? Let's hope so. I'm Dr. Mitch.